transformation of my soul. Now, this probably won't be my most popular video, and you might not like what I'm about to say. But honestly, I don't give a crap. Because ambition has a very dark side no one wants to talk about. As men, we're always told that ambition is a good thing. And I agree. Ambition ignites greatness. Without it, a man isn't truly living. He's merely existing. A shadow of what he could be, like a bird without wings. Pollen, feather. Ambition is necessary. Anyone who denies that is an estrogenic cockroach. But here's the truth no one talks about. Ambition has a dark side. It drives you to greatness, yes, but it also has the power to consume you. It whispers that no achievement is good enough. It demands more and more sacrifice. And the higher you climb, the greater the cost. Friends, family, health, even your own sanity. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because a few months ago, I sacrificed everything. My health, family, alliances I had carefully built. And I got burned. Badly. I even ended up in the hospital. Lying there, I realized this has happened to every conqueror in history. Every single one of them has been burned by the fire they chase. But for me, the worst loss wasn't my health, family, or alliances. It was God. In chasing greatness, I abandoned the very foundation of my soul. It reminded me of Icarus. Let me tell you his story. There's an ancient myth about a man named Icarus. His father gave him wings made of feathers and wax, a gift that allowed him to fly. But his father warned him, "Son, don't fly too close to the sun, because those wings will melt. But don't fly too low to the sea either, or the water will weigh them down." Icarus did not listen. He started flying, and ambition drove him higher and higher. Every now and then, he'd look down and see how small other humans were beneath him. He felt like a god, became cocky, and started flying even higher. But as he got closer to the sun, his wings melted, and he fell from the sky, consumed by the very fire he chased. He plummeted to his death, his ambition leading to a brutal end. Icarus isn't just a myth, it's a mirror, a warning for ambitious men who fly too high, chasing the fire that will consume them. Most people know the story, but they miss the deeper lesson. It's not just about arrogance, it's about ambition without balance, and the devastating cost of never knowing when to pull back. Think about men with ambition, men who only strive for more. Andrew Tate is a prime example. He became the most popular guy in his field, 10x'd his net worth in just 2 years. And there were moments when he could have lowered his flight. The moment he became a father, he could have stepped back, focused on fatherhood and family, away from the spotlight. It could have been a time to gain deeper insight. Or the moment he converted to Islam, he could have taken time to truly connect with God, instead of choosing a religion for political reasons. But instead of stepping back and working on the soul, he kept wanting more, going higher and higher, until he got burned. I can name many different examples, like Alex Hormozi, who is a big name in the entrepreneurial world. His life is built around work, with no belief in God or desire for a family. He is a beast when it comes to business, but if you look into his eyes, you see something missing. There's something soulless, something dead in his eyes. There are thousands of men like this, driven but empty, and most of them fall sooner or later. And that's why I'm sharing this, because it all ties back to the Icarus story. There comes a moment after accomplishing so much when a man must recognize when enough is enough, when he must prevent ambition from consuming him. That's the moment he needs to pull back, leaving the brightness of the sun and descending into the depths of the sea. Now, what does it mean to descend into the darkness? It means taking time for the soul. isolating yourself. It means reconnecting with God, taking a step back from materialism, healing yourself, and feeding your soul. Do not misunderstand. I am not telling you to get lost in the darkness, because if you become consumed by introspection and healing alone, you can drown. It's a forgotten part of the story of Icarus. Everyone remembers him getting too close to the sun, but his father warned him not only about the sun, but also about flying too low to the sea. Flying too close to the water could soak his wings, weighing him down until he'd crash into the ocean and drown. It's why people who get stuck in a cycle of therapy, endlessly focused on healing, often stay depressed. Some even become suicidal. They're flying too close to the sea. The goal here isn't just to retreat or give up. It's to lighten your load and gain insight, so that when you rise again toward the sun, toward new ambitions, you do so as a wiser, lighter version of yourself. Now, you may not fully understand what I mean yet, so let me tell you how this happened to me. A few months ago, I did my first big launch on YouTube. I didn't need the money. In fact, I was the fastest growing self-improvement channel at the time. And yet, I was still chasing more and more. Instead of focusing on our movement, I focused on selfish desires. And that's when everything came crashing down. Alliances shattered. My reputation was sullied. My health diminished. Luckily, I didn't continue pushing forward. I launched for less than a week. I said the program would close forever, and it has remained closed ever since. You see, instead of pushing forward blindly, I embraced the fall. I took time to reflect and think about what truly mattered. I connected with God. I did breath work and faced my traumas. And now, our movement will achieve incredible things because I took the time to work on myself in dark isolation. Plus, I will give away a free faceless guide in the very next video to make up for my mistakes. But that's besides the point. The important lesson here is to recognize when enough is enough. Every conqueror in human history has climbed, only to fall, reminding us that ambition without balance leads to ruin. So, yes, set a bold goal for yourself, a target that, once hit, will change your life and the lives of those you care about. Maybe it's a financial milestone, or a challenge that pushes you to your limits. Whatever it is, go after it relentlessly. Tap into your drive, your hunger. Use every ounce of power you've got. But when you've achieved it, when life has changed, take a moment to come back down. Reconnect with your soul. Regain your center. It doesn't have to be a long time. A few weeks, even a few days can be enough. Because in the end, the universe always seeks balance, correcting extremes. Light and shadow, masculine and feminine, fire and water. So if you never course correct, never seek balance, and hyper-focus on ambition, the universe will pull you back eventually. This is how so many men crash out. They keep pushing and pushing, always working on the external, never taking a moment to look within, until the universe finally forces them down, and they have no choice but to do the internal work, because their bodies simply won't move anymore. That all being said, you must rise before you can descend. Don't become one of those worms who spend all their time soul searching without ever getting off the ground. Use your pain, use your trauma, climb the mountain. Then, when you've reached the top, take a moment to reflect, reconnect, and heal, so that when you rise again, you'll do so more enlightened, wiser, and ready to conquer the next peak. Now, let me know if you watched this video until the end. This one is a bit different, and I don't expect many to have the attention span to listen all the way through. But if you did, drop a comment and let me know if you like this style, where I share wisdom through stories and my own mistakes. And also, one of the insights I gained when I spent time in isolation is that it's time for our movement's resurrection. direction of our movement begins. From bow hunting and shooting ranges to business growth and spiritual work, from riding horses to driving supercars, we're going to come together, push each other, and build bonds that last. This is more than a chant. It's a brotherhood of men who know ambition matters, but must never cost us our souls. The resurrection is coming. Together, we rise, stronger, wiser, and far from weak. By the way,
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Ba'ath Adawadah, the elect house of David, that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Alright, so this lesson here is from the YouTube channel Far From Weak. I did a lesson, a previous lesson on, signs a woman may be for the line, signs that, that was another video, another lesson I was done from another video by this channel. And this guy that has this channel Far From Weak, he makes some valid points that are very spiritual. And and that's the thing, like he said, ambition, chasing after the bag, chasing after wealth, chasing after greatness. But you have to understand, who is the one that gives you all these things? It's the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? A man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? Roughly paraphrased. So, we're going to get started with, this is going to be the book of Mark. It's going to be chapter 8, verse 36. Mark chapter 8, verse 36. And it says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" Okay? So, again, you watch this video. What is gaining all that wealth, power, fame, popularity, all that, materialistic stuff of the world, but you forget about, like he said, you work on the external, but you dismiss the internal. Okay, you need time to get, there's a balance to everything, there comes a time where you need to heal yourself, to detach from this world and focus on what's most important, your inner self, the inner man. Okay, verse 37. "Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Right? Are you willing to exchange your soul, your life for, are you willing to do those abominable acts just to become famous, rich? Is it really worth it in the end? Is it really worth losing your integrity in your life for worldly riches? No, it's not. Verse 38. "Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels." Okay? So, if you forsake the Lord in this adulterous and sinful generation, if you're ashamed of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, if you're ashamed of Yahweh Shai, then guess what? Yahweh Shai will be ashamed of you. Alright? You turn your back on the Lord, he'll turn his face from you. Okay? This is going to be Matthew Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. It says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon." And Mammon is just simply riches, wealth, and all that stuff. Okay? So, you can, like I said before, in this society, money talks. Whenever money comes up, people's ears they open. And a grin is plastered across their face. If there's an opportunity to make money, people are ready to jump. Yep. So, reading that again, Matthew 6 and 24. "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon." Okay? And we know that the majority of the people of this world, they don't give a damn about, about religion or spiritual belief. Okay? A lot of people don't care. A lot of the people in this society, they don't care about the scriptures. They don't care about the Bible. They don't care about the word. As long as they have money, wealth, as long as they have money in their pockets and all that extra money to spare, hey, they think themselves to be in good case. They're good. They're taken care of. They're not worried about anything. And that's far from the truth, because the Most High can take that all away from you in the blink of an eye. Okay? Now we're going to go to chapter 4 in the book of Matthew. So, Matthew chapter 4, starting from the top, verse 1. And it says, "Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil." Verse 2, "And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered." Verse 3, "And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of Yahweh, command that these stones be made bread. Verse 4, "But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the power." Okay? So I'm going to read verse 4 again so that way it sinks in. "But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High." Okay? So, this book is the living waters. This is what sustains us. This is what keeps us. This is what reminds us of what's most important. It's the Spirit. Verse 5, "Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone." Verse 7, "Yahushua said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power." Okay? So, don't tempt Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Don't do any daring acts of seeking, vainglory, to build you up, to puff up your pride, okay? Or to, attention seeking, because, the Lord, if you do something like that, the Lord just may say, "Okay, fine, go ahead, jump." And he won't help you. Or go ahead and do what you're going to do. And as that saying goes, fuck around and find out. So, don't test the Lord's patience. Don't do it. Verse 8, "Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them." Verse 9, "And saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me." Verse 10, Then saith Yahushua unto him, "Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve." Verse 11, then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. All right? So, no matter what the case may be in this life, man, you have to remember that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he is what's most important. The Spirit is what's most important. Okay? Yes, I mean, don't get it twisted. Yeah, it's nice to have, it's okay to have, high quality stuff, some good material here and there, but don't let that turn you away from the very reason that you have all this stuff. And that's also the spirit that we have to be in, especially in these times that are coming. No matter what type of temptation or tribulation that we go through, this is all a snare and a trap from the devil. Okay? You have to resist. You have to be able to read the signs and analyze the situation, realize that this is a test, this is a snare. What are you going to do? Of course, first and foremost, pray to the Lord that, He puts the Spirit on you to move accordingly to avoid a situation, or use wisdom, use what you've been taught by the scriptures to make the best possible decision, logical decision. Okay, so trust me, the hour of temptation is coming. And a lot of people are going to fold. They're going to bend the knee and take the what. Because they're not rooted in the Spirit. They're not spiritual beings. They're carnal. They're all about pleasing the flesh. They can't handle the furnace of adversity. And Lord willing that we have that we endure to the end. That we endure the fiery trials. All right. Now we're going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Excuse me. This is going to be Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. So, like the man said in the video, ambition, it can drive you to the point where, you just want more and more and more, and you're not satisfied. Okay? Verse 11, when goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, save in the beholding of them with their eyes? So, as you increase in wealth, power, and all that, the more people you'll have, drawn unto you that are, having all those people drawn unto you, that could influence you too. Having somebody, having all that popularity, having that high status where people see you as that guy, that's why it says, and what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? So eventually, having that high status, having all that wealth, having that abundance, what good is it when you see it all slip from your fingers, slowly but surely, as the man said, you just, that ambition, eventually you're going to get to the point where, you're going to lose family, alliances, friends, all of that. Being too greedy and selfish, it can turn around and backfire on you. Okay? A lot of people forget where they come from. A lot of people that come from a low estate had to work their ass off to get to the top. Once they make it to the top, having that high status, that victory goes right to their head, and they forget where they come from. And that's what screws them over, is that they forget where they come from and what they had to go through. Those important lessons those important trials and tribulations that they went through. in order to get to where they are now. Verse 12, Ecclesiastes 5:12. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. Verse 13, there is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their own hurt, to their hurt. Yeah, the rich will not suffer. The rich will not suffer him to sleep. The abundance of the rich, because his mind is constantly focused on more. Got to keep grinding. Got to keep chasing it. Okay. Eventually, you're gonna hit a brick wall and you're gonna crash. Okay. Verse 14. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he that begetteth the son, and there is nothing in his hand. So yeah, eventually, when you reach a certain level or a pinnacle in abundance, man, and you have a kid, but like the scripture just said, those riches perish by evil travail, and there is nothing in his hand. So when you lose everything, what do you have left to leave for your descendants? Absolutely nothing. You'll look like a fool, a deadbeat, and shameful. 15. Verse 15, as he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go, as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor which he may carry away in his hand. So we came into this world with nothing, and we shall leave with nothing. 16, and this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? Okay? Some people are just as bad off. Some people leave just as bad off as they came. It's like, what was it all worth? It was all for nothing, just pissing in the wind, right? That's why it says in verse 17, all his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath in his sickness. Meaning that, he's miserable. Miserable. Okay? So, you have to, that's why in verse 18 it says, behold that which I have seen. It is good and comely for one to eat and to drink and to enjoy the good of all his labor, that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which the Most High giveth him, for it is his portion. So you have to understand, man, chasing after power, wealth, abundance, and all that, you have to find a balance where you have to take time to fall back and reflect and just enjoy what you have. And accept the lot that has been given unto you by the Most High. Okay? Enjoy your labor. Yes, you've worked hard to make it to the top, but like he said in the video, you have to learn when enough is enough. Because having to, greed, like I said, it can come back to backfire on you. It really can. That's why you have to you gotta know when you've got your fill. Okay? Now we're gonna go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 13. Proverbs chapter 13. Skipped it, Slakia. Alright. Proverbs 13 and 11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Okay? So, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor, working hard, shall increase. Okay? So, by doing honest work, working hard for it, you shall increase. But wealth gotten by vanity, by get rich quick schemes or ill-gotten gains, however you may get it, that's eventually all that wealth through vanity, it's going to be taken from you. Okay? You know, if you wanna build up, you have to work. You have to work hard for it. Learn how to be wise with, you know, spending your money, saving your money. That's why the scriptures say that wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 12. Luke 12 and 33. It says, sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, nor moth corrupteth. 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay? So, the true riches, the true labor that truly benefits you is the work here, this ministry. Okay? This is how you build up your riches. You have to build up your spirit, like the man said in the video. You have to take time to self-reflect. You have to build yourself up first before you can do all this other stuff. So that way, when you take time away from the, you know, take time to isolate yourself from the world, take the time to heal, self-reflect, and, you know, to get yourself together. That way, you know, you can move more wisely in the world, do better, be more, you know, have more, you know, better situational awareness, be your, you know, that you can deal with people in a better way. Okay? Let's see. That's why it says here, let's see. That's why it says here, I'm gonna go over a couple scriptures. This is gonna be Luke 12 and 28. If then the Most High so clothe the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of a doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But verse 31, this is the point. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. So, the things that you desire in this world, man, yeah, we all desire to have good things. We all desire it. You know, to have a nice vehicle, a nice house, just anything that's of good quality, that's nice. But seek Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and all these things shall be added unto you. So we have to first deal with the spirit, build ourselves up in these scriptures before we can have these nice things. Okay? Like with a child and a parent. If a child wants something, the child has to follow the parent's commands, do his chores, do whatever. And when he does them without question, without fail, without procrastination, he gets the job done efficiently in a timely manner. You know, the parent rewards him with something. So it's the same way for us in this ministry, this truth. We do good, you know, with our we do good in our works. You know, the Lord throws us a bone here and there. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, verse 31 again. Luke 12 and 31. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. All right. So we have to do this work first before we get our reward. Now this is going to be the book of Luke again. It's going to be chapter 16. chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 11. And it says, if therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? Now I'm going to go up a couple verses. Verse 9, and I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you unto everlasting habitations. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much, and he that is unjust in the least is unjust in also much. Is unjust also in much. So, and I'm gonna read verse 11 again. If therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? And if ye have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own? Okay, so you have to be, you have to show, in order to earn trust, I should say, you have to prove yourself, and by taking care of the small matters. Once you've proven that you can handle the small matters, you can handle the big matters. Okay, it's the little stuff that you have to pay attention to, and if you disregard it, it becomes a bigger problem. Okay, and also, if you cannot be trusted with certain things that are in the unrighteous mammon, like the wealth, money, if you can't be trusted with that, how can you be trusted with something that's much more important? You're someone that's untrustworthy, that lacks discipline, that's impulsive, or you just someone, if someone were to give something to you and they expect you to return it to them in the condition that they gave it to you in, or if they give you a certain amount of money and they expect you to do the right thing with it, yet you know for a fact that you're not going to, that they don't trust you. It's all about trust. Can the Most High trust you with this? Can He trust you with this word? Can He trust you with the true riches? Can He trust you to handle this responsibility? If He can't trust you with smaller tasks, how can He trust you to handle something that's of most importance? Okay. Now I'm going to close out here with 1 Timothy. All right, this is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. And it says, 1 Timothy 6 and 17, it says, who only hath, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Verse 18, that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate. 19, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. So, again, there's nothing wrong with having a lot of money. It's just how you spend that money, how you use it. And not let having all that money go to your head, thinking that you're untouchable. I got the money, I can do this, I can do that, I can do whatever the hell I want. Okay? If the Most High puts you into a position of abundance where you have a lot of money, where you're wealthy, He expects you to have the discipline and self-control and the wise mindset to use that money wisely and properly, not to spend it recklessly. Okay? So that way you don't end up shooting yourself in the foot and screwing yourself over and leaving yourself in a state of in a low state of dire straits or poverty. Okay, money is something, like I said, the love of money is the root of all evil, and that's the state of, and that's the mindset of these people right now. They love money, especially women. Money, 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 money. That's all they care about. All right, so again, the title of this video is "I Got Rich and Famous, but I Lost God." Okay, so you have to remember, just because you have an abundance of things, just remember the Most High is the one that puts you in a position to have that stuff. And He's going to see if you have the discipline and the wisdom to use it in a wise manner. Okay? So when you're in a position of, or in a good case, there's going to come times where you're going to be tested to see if you have what it takes as far as responsibility and using that abundance and wealth for the right thing. All right? So I hope that this was
Want to level up in
an edifying lesson unto the body and to the few sincere believers and listeners. Okay? Because, especially in these times, man, you really have to discipline is super important. It really is. And with closing, I like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Ba'ath Adabadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad. I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom, Barakatam.